Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 119 and today we have logged in just in the Brown District right here. So I thought to start things off in today's episode, obviously we could take a look in the new store that we've built. Now this thing has been ridiculously profitable recently. As you can see right here, I have got 25 diamonds. I literally just refilled all of these chests. And it looks like we have had a few more sales, so we have managed to get 6 more diamonds in the process. We have now got 31 diamonds. I'm also going to grab a bunch of these as well, so we can make our way back to the drone. But this place is absolutely raking in the money. I thought that the other shop that I had was doing well, and it was doing well, but this one, it's just absolutely ridiculous. That's 6 diamonds overnight. By the end of the episode, all of those will probably be sold out, and we'll be rolling in diamonds once again. It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, to start things off in today's episode, I've got 2 little things that I just really want to mention. Thing number 1, I want to say that we're about halfway through the allotted time for the Chill Blast Mumbo PC giveaway. I've got a jumbo PC in my room right now. It has got ridiculously good specs, and we're going to be giving that one away. That one is going to be going to one of you lucky guys. There'll be a link to that competition down in the description. Would highly suggest checking it out. And also, I have done another full day in the life vlog. It was awesome. It's by far my best video, and I know I say that every single time I release one of these vlogs, but this one is the best. Obviously, you're learning the entire time, so obviously they're going to get better, but this one is the best by a very long way. Put a link to that one on the screen and also down in the description. But anyway, let's head on over to the Mumbo Jump Drone, or the Olicopter, because we have got a ton of work to do in today's episode. So this episode is going to be recorded in 2 parts. The first part, I'm going to be adding to the Christmas cheer, because at the minute, we don't have too much going on in that department. As you can see, we're not looking too Christmassy right now. But also, I want to redo the super smelter system, because right now, that thing isn't working particularly well. So that's that bit right there, which should be pretty... What? That's just as I was talking about adding to the Christmas cheer. Oh my word. That is spectacular. Honestly, I have tears in my eyes right now. I can't believe what's just happened. Look at the size of that. That is ridiculous. I have no clue who has built this. But that is amazing. Wow, that is like the perfect shape for a Christmas tree as well. That must have taken so long. That's like a monstrously big build. I think we should take a look at this from like over here. Oh my word. Right, I've got a screenshot right there. That is just... This is one of the best builds I think I've seen on Hermitcraft. Look at that thing. I mean, when I built the power beam, I did not even think that it was the perfect shape for a Christmas tree. Of course I didn't. Right, I am going to do some looking around. I am going to root through my Skype messages and Discord messages because I'm pretty terrible at reading those. And hopefully we should be able to find some form of inclination as to who has built this just enormous piece of decoration at the bottom of my base right here. Right, turns out it was false symmetry. There are no signs anywhere, but I just looked through the Discord messages, the pesky Discord messages that I'm terrible at using Discord, okay? If you're going to direct message me, just expect me to take a couple weeks just to respond. By the sounds of things, False left me a message saying that there is something in my base. Should be fairly easy to spot. Yeah, this was quite an easy one to see. My word. Okay, that thing is absolutely fantastic, and it is also an absolutely brilliant start for our next project, which is going to be increasing the Christmassiness of this entire area. So I'm talking Christmas trees, however, none of them are going to compete with that thing over there. I'm talking Santa's hats, left, right, and centre. I'm talking other Christmassy stuff. Presents, maybe some reindeer, some Santas. You guys get the idea. However, I have sort of changed my mind on the way that I'm going to do this project. Originally, I was going to do a bunch of mini builds all around the place. This time, I think I'm just going to do one big decoration. A really, really massive decoration. I do sort of feel like there is a chance that I've gone a tiny bit overboard with the quantity of wool that I've produced. I mean, the project's big. I don't think it's quite that big, but wool's always good to have around. You always need wool. Now I am going to pop off into the mesa biome because we have got lots, and I mean just lots, of red hardened clay to collect. Yeah, we just need like this much. Mojang, for whatever reason, if you're watching this, I would really appreciate haste potions. It would be so good if we could pay a lot. Like, these could be really expensive potions, right? They could use like diamond blocks or something like that. But if I just had the ability to take a potion and have haste 2 for like 8 minutes, it would change the world. So, we have the wool. We have now got the hardened clay as well. I would say that's probably going to be enough for this project right here. And as I'm sure you've guessed from the 2 colours that I have right here, we're going to be building a Santa's hat. You just have no idea where. So I guess I've got to get some poppies because we've got a little bit of dyeing to do, and then we can head off to the location. So here we are on the top of the mob spawner. Obviously this thing is pretty enormous, and I'm going to place down both my shulker boxes, and we are going to build a Santa's hat all the way around. This thing is going to be huge. So I'm going to literally place white wool going around the outside of this thing, and then that's probably going to go up maybe 3 or 4 blocks, and then I'm going to build just a massive hat that sort of curves over in this direction over here to give ourselves a huge Santa's hat. Now this is obviously going to be an absolutely massive project, okay? This is going to take a ton of time, but hopefully in the end it should look amazing. And it's one of those things, I honestly don't think I'll ever remove it. Like, I know that Christmas is going to pass at some point in the very near future, but I feel like this is going to be one of those things that is going to stick around just simply because it's so epic. If not, I could probably change it to something else, perhaps like an Easter hat, and then we can have like a summer hat. Maybe just change it up every single season. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. But for the time being, it is definitely going to be a Santa's hat. And for the time being, it is going to be absolutely huge. I have, however, just thought that we're at y equals 217 right now, which means that we only have about 40 blocks of height to play with. I hope that's going to be enough. Right, I would say our wool border is now all in place, so I'm going to hop off the side, enable my Elektra, and then maybe shoot one fire rocket just to get us off into the distance. And yes, that is what it looks like so far. So right now we have got the base of the hat, and obviously the hat is then going to curve over a bit like this, and already... oh my word! Already, I am chuffed to bits with how this is going to look. I can see it in my head. I can feel that this is going to be a cool looking project. The only thing that I will say is, I went a tiny bit overboard with the wool. For some reason, I thought it was going to take, what is that, like 27 stacks of wool to do that border right there? I don't know what planet I was living on. I don't know how big I thought my mob spawner was, but clearly there's been a bit of an error in my maths there. Anyway, it is now time to grab the red hardened clay, and we probably are going to need that much, and we're going to start placing in all of the layers going upwards. I feel like this is definitely one of those things that I should have planned out before I started building. I mean, it's quite a complex shape. I have to create a sort of cone that has like a bit of a convex curve to it, and then it also has to curve over to a point. My brain can't even process that information. So I decided that, yeah, it probably was a pretty bad idea to start working on this one without any form of plan. So I've decided to make a bit of a template for what our Santa's hat is going to look like. And this is what I've come up with. So we have the shape going over like that, and then we've got this section coming over as well. And I think it looks okay. I'm actually going to jump off once again, and we're going to do a quick fly around and take a look at this thing from the outside. Yeah. It looks pretty cool. I feel like that needs a little bit of work. It's a little bit sort of jumpy and slightly, I don't know, it just doesn't look quite right. So that's definitely something that we need to work on. But I would say these two curves right here, they are perfect. They're absolutely spot on. That's how I want this thing to look. So yeah, I guess I'll do some redesigning of this side right here, then we can start filling in all of these blocks. Can I just say that this is probably one of the most difficult things I've ever built. It is absolutely ridiculous how complicated this is as a shape. But I do feel like we're doing a good job at this point in time. In fact, we have almost done this entire section. So I'm quickly going to place in all of these blocks, and I guess blocks can sort of make their way across here. And there we go. So we have got the first part of the build. Now we do need to get one block in there, which is really annoying because I'm not quite going to be able to do it unless I'm actually smart about this and do something a little bit like that. So that comes up to there. Right. Here comes the moment of truth. Now, I do have the second account logged in, but the angle for this isn't particularly good. And we need to get like a good idea of all of the different angles. So let's just pop out once again. We'll use our rocket in a second. That looks that looks amazing. Whoa, look at the size of that. That is an enormous Christmas hat. Now, the shape is a little bit strange, okay, but I feel like that is because we haven't built this half yet, so it just looks like we've built a really, really skinny Christmas hat. Once you build in all of that section, I actually think we might have done a good job on the shape here. I feel like we might have suffered a little bit from the too tall and droopy syndrome that I often get when I'm building these Christmas hats. But that looks really, really good. For a completely unplanned build, yeah, I would say we have made a really good start here. That is a strong, strong beginning. So now I guess what I'll do is I'll connect up this bit to this bit, and then that will give us a good idea of how the actual build is going to look, because of course that'll be the full side profile. I'm excited for this. Honestly, I haven't been this excited for a project since the Mega Shrek on Hermitcraft Season 3. Alright, this side is pretty much all completed. We're just filling in the final blocks, and all of these should sync up really quite nicely. And this is the one that I am by far most scared about, because if this doesn't look good, then we will actually have ourselves like a pretty serious issue on our hands. So I guess that block right there will be the central block. So this here is the central part, but we should probably add maybe 2 or 3 blocks in that section right there. And now let's do this. Let's see how this thing is going to look from this sort of angle, and I guess we should pop down to the bottom, and we should also take a look at it from the floor. So first things first, we're going to do a quick spin. That looks epic. That looks seriously very good. I've actually done it. I've actually created a Santa's hat as big as this one, fully 3D, that looks quite cool. Let's up the render distance just a tiny bit so we can see this thing from over here. We'll wait for all the chunks to load in, and oh my word, isn't that just a picture of Christmas? That is perfect. I've done such a good job on that. Such a good job. So in today's time-lapse chat, I want to talk to you guys about projects, and projects for the Hermitcraft server. Because obviously, you know, generally speaking, when I'm on the Hermitcraft server, I'm working on some form of project. I'm one of those people that I love to have lots and lots of projects on the go. I like to make lots and lots of progress in my episodes when I possibly can, and it's always good to have plenty of projects to work on. Now, I have had a lot of projects in the 120 odd episodes of Hermitcraft that I have done this season. Obviously, we had the drone project, that was like one of the first things that I did, and that involved the mob spawner and everything like that. Then we had all of the iron farms, that was like a mini project. Then of course we did the power beam, we did the industrial district, which is like still an ongoing project. That's still something that I'm working on. But then, of course, we moved on to all of the different shops. We had the nether base. We've had a lot of things. Okay, we have had a ton of things that we have been working on the Hermitcraft server. And I feel like I've done a really good job at completing everything that I really wanted to do. Which is why I wanted to ask you guys, what would you like me to work on? Now, obviously, I've got a bunch of projects in my head. Okay, I've got a ton of things that I really want to start work on. I'll name a few examples. For example, I really want to do an automatic tree farm, some form of automatic tree farm, be it TNT based. I'm tempted with the TNT one because I think that would be good fun. Or, for example, a wither based one. I think that would be amazing, right? But the issue is that I don't know really how to build those things. I'd have to design them essentially, and that would take a very long time indeed. But that's sort of in the pipeline. But other than that, I've talked many times about doing like an animal-based project because we don't have any animal farms in the industrial district at this point in time. So that's definitely something that I want to work on. But I just wanted to ask you guys, obviously you're the ones that are going to be watching this, what sort of things would you guys like to see? I would love to hear your feedback on this. Obviously, it helps me out a ton. I always read through all of your comments, and I always check things up. So please do let me know down in the comment section. And if certain things get hundreds upon hundreds of likes, or I see them a bunch down in the comment section, then obviously I'm going to prefer doing that sort of thing, because that's clearly what you guys want. So this is it. The hat is done. It is looking awesome. If we just jump off the edge... No! Elektra! Have I died? Have I died? What's just happened? I can't really tell. I think I might be dead. I have a feeling I'm definitely dead at this point in time. Yes, I am dead. That's not good. This is really bad. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, how do I even get back from here? How do I even get back from here? Oh, I feel ill. Right, I am fairly certain I landed somewhere around here. So we should see... There should be, yes. Okay, we've got a small gathering of items. There's the most important one, the Elektra. I think I also had shulker boxes on me as well. Let's see what we've got. So all of that is now equipped. Okay, so we've got ourselves some hardened clay, some more hardened clay. There should be a lot of hardened clay, to be honest. And the shulker boxes are placed up at the top. So I guess, yeah, that should be everything. We've got the pickaxe, the shovel, the sword, and the axe. Fantastic! That was a little bit scary. Let's see if the Elektra activate now. Sort of. It's very, very laggy. But we are up in the sky, and there is the Santa's hat itself. This is the fully completed Santa's hat on top of the Mumbo jump drone, or the Olicopter. And yeah, it looks really, really good, doesn't it? What a beastly build. That looks so cool. Yep, looks good from this angle as well. Right, well, after that slight scare and the fact that I've lost all 84 of my levels, let's pop back down to the bottom, pick up some wool, and then build the bobble. That has to go on the top right there. So I think for this one, I am going to be constructing a 5x5 cube as the bauble at the end here. So let's just place in the final few blocks, if I can manage to do it. There we go. And now I've got that one wrong. Unbelievable. Clearly, falling off the edge of the drone has just completely frazzled my brain. I can't believe that, though. It does tend to happen at the minute. I swear, Hermitcraft right now. Lag all over the place. And it's not caused by me. These are connection errors. These aren't like laggy computer errors. I don't fully understand what's going on there. But anyway, there is the 5x5 section, and what we're going to do is, opposed to jumping off and flying about, we're actually going to drop right the way down to the bottom, all the way down to the floor, and we're going to take a look at this thing from right the way down here. Now this is the moment of truth, because this is the fully completed Santa's hat. So here goes. Oh my word. Look at that thing. I must admit, the cube is a bit cubic. I might knock the edges off just a little bit. But that, oh, it's brilliantly festive. There we go. That now looks about 1,000,000 times better. The Santa's hat is all completed. I am chuffed to bits with it. I hope you guys like it as well. But just as I'm standing over here, I've been reminded of something that I've been really stupid about. You know those Elektra Launchers that I built all over my base with like the complex slime block systems and everything like that? This is all you need. You just basically, well, don't do that. Clearly, I can't even use this simplest of contraptions here. All you do is you jump in, enable the Elektra, and then go. Honestly, oh, I give up on being good at Minecraft. I think I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm a little bit silly when it comes to this game. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go AFK overnight. We have got a bunch of fireworks to get because we need to fill up our store. Why am I the most unlucky person on the planet? Seriously, the server has crashed out again. We've decided to restart the server. And that means that my AFK session has been cut short again. And I have to say, I just logged back into the office and I completely forgot that I had built the gigantic Santa's hat. And it looks better than I ever expected it to look. But anyway, let's pop down to the bottom. We'll see how much gunpowder we've actually managed to get during this AFK session. And oh, that's so annoying. That is actually very upsetting. I'm really upset by that, to be honest with you. We were like properly AFK then for like a good 18 hours. When I left the office yesterday, it was all fine. And now this. And also, according to Tango Tech, I think my mob farm might have stopped flushing water. Yeah. It looks like somebody has switched on the mob farm, so there is a chance that it was actually causing a little bit of lag. On a side note, apparently I've been a total moron, and I have been crafting flight duration 3 fireworks, and apparently that doesn't matter. Flight duration 3 isn't required, they all boost you the same amount, so I've been using 3 gunpowder for every firework, when actually all I needed was 1 gunpowder for every firework. I'm actually going to give this a test. Okay, I want to make sure that that is actually the case. So in my inventory, we have got 1 flight duration 3, and we've got 1 flight duration 1. I will be genuinely a little bit upset if both of these have the same flight distance, because that means that I have used, well, stacks upon stacks of gunpowder, and there's been no point to it. So first things first, let's get some lift. Okay, right, here comes the official test. So right now, I'm not being boosted. We will activate this one, flight duration 3, and there we go. We flew for a certain length of time. This one, that one definitely goes for longer. Right, okay, let's do this. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah, okay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay, fine. They fly exactly the same distance at a time. Why does it look like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? I swear the flight duration 1 looks like it goes for less time. Right, let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. My test seems to be just totally broken. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there is a difference. There has to be a difference. I'm going to look back at the actual time codes of these, because I think my little Mississippi counting technique isn't particularly very brilliant. It turns out I was actually correct. I have got both of the files in Premiere Pro right now, and what I'll do is I'll tell you the exact time. So for flight duration 1, we got a time of 1 second and 19 milliseconds. And then for flight duration 3, we got a time of 2 seconds and 26 milliseconds. So I was right. Ha 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 ha. All of you guys are going crazy at me down in the comment section, telling me how much of a noob I was and everything like that. And I thought I would test it out. I thought I would test it before crafting a ton of them. And it turns out I was right. You guys were wrong. That feels really good. Alright, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up a ton of flight duration 3. And I'm going to throw all of these flight duration 1s just down that tube there. I don't want them. Ugh, disgusting. Right, let's do some crafting, take them over to the fireworks shop. So we're now over here at the fireworks store right here. And by the look of things, we have had 1 or 2 sales. Let's just quickly get rid of that one. And we have got ourselves 8 diamonds. 8 diamonds in total. Now that is pretty good, but I feel like I can't really keep up with the demand at this point in time. I am having to do some serious AFK sessions to get this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this sign, and it is going to be 3 stacks, 2 stacks. We have now increased the price of the fireworks from 3 stacks for a diamond to 2 stacks for a diamond. 2 stacks of fireworks for 1 diamond. I'd still say that's a pretty good deal. I mean, these things are awesome and they're definitely in demand, but I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the demand that I've been facing. I've been running out of stock so fast. And I do know that Tango Tech and Impulse do have their own fireworks store that is in direct competition with me. I don't actually know where it is, but I think that's it. Should we check out what their prices are? Because I'm not 100% certain what their prices are. They could be cheaper than me, and people are just going to my store for whatever reason. Let's pop inside here. So it says, rocket your way to the stars. This is the Rocket Tech, and we can pop down to the bottom. This is a really cool store, by the way. Decorated nicely. 3 stacks for 1 diamond. Oh no. It looks like we are. We're direct competitors. Well, I'm going to keep it quiet. I'm going to see if my increase in prices is actually still going to sell. If not, then I suppose we'll put them back to the original. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.